Today I'd like to do another unboxing for you. Again, this is from Amazon Vine. As a caveat, I am not being paid nor sponsored by Amazon, nor from the company I'm going to list here below that they had anything to do with me filming this video. I am not being compensated at all for this video nor its contents. All that being said, let's get to it. The Nest Thermostat E is a second iteration. There's many generations of the Nest Thermostat. We have generation 2 or generation 3 here at my house already. But this is the Thermostat E, and there's going to be a few slight variances in the product. Here's a little bit of a close-up on the packaging itself. This does work with Google Home, works with Alexa. You can obviously use the Nest app to control temperature, and so functionally very similar to the older Nest versions. It does, as a photo suggests, has a frosted display on it versus the clear display that the other one has. And the Thermostat E will give you also the availability to control this remotely from an app on your phone. All that really cool. Anyway, again, brand new in the box, in the shrink wrap. Let's open this guy up. Power assisted knife. It's not an automatic. Plasticky stuff. Sorry. Unwrapping the box will give us the inner box for this, and on the inner box they do give it a little pull tab over here on the side, and you can pull that guy out, open up. Before we get into it, in the box there is a Thermostat E itself, which is kind of happy to have. There is the installation guide, mounting screws, and a trim kit. The two Nest units that I've mounted here, actually I've done 4 total. I've done 2 of the carbon monoxide detectors and smoke detectors, and I've done 2 thermostats. These are super duper easy to hook up. I mean, literally, Bob and Becky homeowner can hook these things up pretty easily. There is a caveat on the box to ensure that this unit works with your existing furnace or equipment. So you do want to go to nest.com/works to ensure compatibility before you unwrap this guy. I've already ensured compatibility. We're good to go. Pull on the blue tab to open up the box, which reveals the innards. Again, on the packaging side, outstanding packaging by Nest, and all of their products are super deep, super good with this type of thing. There is a crush-proof insert inside the lid, and the lid is again a very nice, heavy cardboard. Something also kind of neat, I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but it gives directions on how to break down a box. When you want to go for recycling, right here on the edge of the box, it gives you instructions on how to break it down. Nice job. Good going. And again, this is all cardboard, eco-friendly type packaging. Here's the actual Nest unit itself. It does have a protective cap on the front, I think. I hope, because I just dropped it. This will pop out, and okay, we'll play with this in a second. This is the actual thermostat itself. It does have the hookup down there for the port that goes mounts onto your wall. So you can, when the Nest is installed, you can actually click it right off the wall for any kind of maintenance issues you might have. There's also a port up here for charging. It's a micro USB port for charging or for other kind of data downloads or whatever. But these Nest units, they do hook up with your home Wi-Fi, and they will do over-the-air updates as they need to. So they're very much fire and forget. There's no maintenance involved in these things whatsoever. Inside the packaging a little bit further, take out some more of this recyclable material, and here comes the thermostat installation guide. And these are, again, fairly well written, very easy to follow. And when it comes to the wiring diagrams, they'll give you, even in here, little click-off tags. These are removable sticky tags that you can mount onto your existing wiring to show what went to what compartment of your existing thermostat. and easily reattach things to the Nest unit. Again, very simple to do. Nest makes this, I mean, it makes it so simple that it almost mounts itself, and that's the internal workings of how you hook these things together. Again, I've done a couple of them. They're super duper easy. A little warning in here to shut off the power, duh. And then the actual kit that goes against the wall, and the wires come through this from your furnace and heating unit, cooling unit, and then using the stickers, you'll use the stickers and mark your other wires from your old system, bring it through the new holes here, and then click it into the proper corresponding port. And what this does is this port here, down at the bottom, that little dimply piece is where the Nest will plug into. So this is just a display and some brains in here, but the connections are all made in here. Happy, happy, easy, easy. Again, more packaging, very good stuff. Be careful with this packaging. If you'll notice down here at the bottom and top and in the back, those are your mounting screws. Do not chuck this away. This is very important. And finally is your trim kit. This is your wall plate trim kit, super easy to use. There's a little peel off thing here in the back that you can use as a template, but you put up against your wall, mark your holes. You may not have to do this depending on what kind of system you had in there previously. One of the newer types of systems might already have the holes ready to go in the proper orientation, but probably not. Put your mount this to the wall, mount this to that. They all kind of click together, like this will go like that. Then the Nest itself clicks onto that. Then you have the Nest onto a nice decorative white wall piece. You could do it this way, or you can orient it this way. I don't really think it matters much. And that's pretty much it. Again, I've been a Nest user for well over a year. We love Nest. It has functionality such that you can, when you use the app, if your entire family's out, and let's say you're going out to the state fair for the day or going out to a movie, when it knows all your devices are out, it probably means you're gone. Then it'll lower your temperatures down or raise the temperatures up depending what season you're in, to not have to put your house into a non-occupied mode, which is really spectacular. When your phone or device enters back into the little area that you call home area, and it could be like a 1,000-foot radius circle, once you enter back into that area, then it tells the system, hey, they're coming back, and it puts itself back to the mode it's supposed to be in, cooling or heating, and it will heat to or cool down to your temperature where you want the house to be. So it's cooling or warming as you get home. Really pretty cool. Nest is also kind of neat, where every month you get, if you sign up for their email service, which I did, you get a monthly accounting of how your system did versus last month, aggregates your data into this huge pool of energy savings. Again, it's really, really neat data that you can pull off a Nest unit. We're really big fans here of the Nest system. Again, it updates in the background. There's never any updating to worry about. It all does everything automatically. If you have a power outage or something happens, then it reconnects itself to your Wi-Fi automatically. Again, it's a very easy hands-off system, and we are big Nest fans. One last thing I would suggest you do is, I'll put the link down below, but some municipalities and areas you live in, where I happen to live, because of our power provider, it's nothing to do with the city or town, it's your power provider who you pay electric bill to. A lot of them have programs where you can send them the serial number of your Nest unit. They will offer you a one-time bill credit of up to like $50 or $100 per Nest unit. So let's say this thing costs $150, you might get $50 of that back. And then every year you get a small bill credit, but what they get in return is a thing called Rush Hour. And Rush Hour is a system where when there's peak demand, like I live in North Texas, it gets very, very hot in the summer. The peak demand is in the summertime when all the houses around are running the air conditioning, businesses are running air conditioning, all these different office buildings and other things are running utility. It's really putting a lot of stress on the system. What Rush Hour does is says, hey, today's gonna be a hot day. Prior to I think it's like a 4 o'clock hour, prior to 4 o'clock, we're gonna start cooling your house down below normal setting. And then for the next couple of hours, this won't run much, if any. through this rush hour, and between 4 and 6 p.m. in very high demand areas, North Texas, South Texas, throughout the desert Southwest, it'll not run your system. Now, of course, if it gets too hot, or if there's an issue, you can always overwrite it and go back and get off of rush hour mode. But we've never had a problem with that. We've had both of our air conditioning systems go on rush hour. They both have a Nest on them, and what it does is it helps reduce that peak demand. So it takes our house and reduces our demand, which helps reduce the demand on the grid, which overall is a good thing. And for that, I get an additional bonus on my bill, a credit on my bill, I should say. Do check with your electric power provider. It's the people that you pay your electric bill to, and many of them have these types of programs. I'll try to put a link below where you can do it. I believe Nest has that system. And really what you can do is when you go through Nest, they do all the work for you. You just find out if you're eligible or not. You put your Nest unit in there with your serial number and your location into the system with your power provider information. They go back through, verify, make sure everything's kosher, and then bam, next thing you know, within 3 or 4 days, I got an email back saying, congratulations, you're getting credit for this, credit for this. And this happened to me last summer, 2016, in July and August when I got my Nest units, and I got like a $100 and something bill credit in the biggest bill month. It was fantastic. And these actually do work quite well. They do account for weather. There is there's a little micro. There's a part of this that checks a micro area of where you are for weather, so it knows if it's going to rain, if it's going to be cloudy. There's different systems in here that it automatically adjusts the heating and cooling load based upon the incoming weather and current weather versus being completely reactive like most thermostats are, being strictly demand based. Sorry, long story. These are beautiful units, fantastic units. Highly recommend looking into Nest. Again, link below. And as always, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.